Very often I hear other people calling me and my friends crazy. I don't mind, but if they do it in a way that it differs them from us, I would say, no guys, you are crazy. And I will tell you why. But now, back in time, year 1986. I'm 6 years old. Latvia is still occupied by Soviet Union, and we live behind Iron Curtain, not knowing anything about Western world or culture. My father friend manages to obtain the movie from US. He works in cinema. It's unbelievable for those times. And also he managed to organize secret screening, illegal screening of the movie. And this is my first time in cinema, and I'm watching Star Wars. I was amazed by the world of fantasy that it opened to me. Later on, one of my favorite dreams was flying with T-Fighter over the local river, taking turns and playing with other pilots, flying fast along the trees, and enjoying this freedom of three-dimensional flight. In the same time, curious boys and girls in West continued new sport that Carl Bonisch started in 1978, when he took skydiving to the next level and started modern base jumping. Already then he defined the very essence of the sport by challenging beliefs. His words are, there are many man-made laws that aren't laws at all and needs to be broken. And one of them is belief that it's impossible to jump off the cliff. And despite now I'm an entrepreneur and an office guy, in my free time I'm one of base jumpers. And I love those early morning sunrises during the climb. When I'm in mountains, I experience the world from this different perspective. And from those early days of base jumping, people have developed the sport till the point where we can take long flights along the cliffs and experience ultimate freedom of flight. During base jumping, I feel that time, space, and nature is complete. I feel almost like merging with nature and experience every millisecond of the moment. My senses are open. I noticed even smallest details, even rocks, bushes, even color of grass while passing it in a speed of 200 kilometers per hour. Complete joy. And some people call it crazy. But think again, really, why? Because isn't it natural to go for your dreams? Wouldn't it be crazy not to experience the life in the way you would love it? And what actually stops us? I believe that every one of us has dreams that we haven't accomplished just because of fear. I have some experience in it, and I would like to share my formula how to deal with fear. And I will tell you the story about my first jump from the cliff. Back then already I had experience in skydive, 5 years. But believe me, jumping from the plane and jumping from the cliff, it's something completely different. Few months before going to Norway for the first jump course, mostly I felt excited about my choice, but at some moments I just couldn't fall asleep. I was really afraid that I could die there. And I didn't like this emotional roller coaster that was out of my control. And I thought, how can I help myself? And despite I would be given all necessary information on a spot in Norway, I decided no, I should prepare myself earlier. And with help of my friends that had already experience in base jumping, they helped me to prepare. And you might think that a jump off the cliff is an irrational thing, but we started with rational analysis. So I divided the jump in 3 parts. First, I'm on the exit point, standing at the edge. How do I feel about kickoff? I'm aiming 30 degrees above horizon and doing a hard push. Where I can try it? Gymnastics. Okay, next part of the jump. After 3 seconds of free fall, aerodynamics will start, and I should feel the flow and fly far as possible away from the cliff. Again, where I can get this confidence? Jumping from the plane, skydive, dedicated tracking jumps. And the third part, opening parachute and landing in a small area with rocks. If I do not have enough confidence in this, how I can gain it? How can I check myself? Again, jumping skydive with that type of parachute and landing in small area and thinking about precision. And of course, I understood that I can never completely prepare for something that I haven't done before. But definitely it helped me to build enough confidence. And you wonder, how does it went? Well, I'm here. And actually it went great, everything according to the plan. But of course, not always I'm having this level of confidence. Sometimes when I haven't jumped for a longer period, and the jump is much more complicated than that one from the cliff, and I'm at night standing on a roof with my feet over the edge, and I feel that fear is coming. And I'm accepting fear. I'm letting them come, and I'm slowly breathe till the point where again I feel confidence in my legs and arms. And if I need even more confidence, then imagining positive outcome helps. I'm just visualizing 2 minutes in the future, how I'm celebrating the jump with my teammates and sharing the joy about the jump. And by unlocking this knowledge and experience, I also unlocked wider potential for myself. I use this approach to start wingsuit flying. I also use this knowledge to do something that nobody has done before. 8 months ago, I heard the news that Latvian company Aerones has built a drone that can lift 80 kilos. So I called them with clear idea. If you can lift 80, most probably you can lift my 85. Month ago, together with Aerones and Aerodium, we managed to do first human lift in significant height. Before it was done in 2-story building height. And also we managed to do world's first drone jump. It was a brilliant opportunity for us to push the industry forward and to show that drones can be used not just for spying neighbors or imagining Amazon delivery service, but if the drone can carry me up to 300 meters height already now, most probably in the nearest future we could use drones for firefighting, for human search and rescue, and of course for fun. And suddenly we clearly see that there's application for craziness. Because actually craziness is a part of every new idea. And there should be somebody crazy enough to imagine human carrying drone, somebody crazy enough to finance it, to build it, and to fly with it. Therefore, I'm wondering again, wouldn't it be more crazy to stop human progress and fun just because of fear? I believe we all are explorers from very first days of our life, when we learn to walk, when we learn to speak, when we don't listen what mom says, don't jump in a puddle. I can only agree to this great man. Exploration is really the essence of human spirit. And now one of my latest dreams is that I have drone in my garage. Instead of having enduro ride on Sunday morning, I'm taking out the drone, flying above the trees, around my neighborhood, over the river, and then reaching height. And then with slow backflip, I'm falling out of the drone, opening my parachute and landing in my backyard. And my drone will land next to me. Thank you.